Number 4 of the big 4 are harmonized scales. And that's where we're going to really take scales and just find its harmony, as you would expect by the name, right? But these are going to just be pairs of notes. We're going to call them double stops or dyads. And we're going to play it just like a scale. So I'm just going to show you in one place here. There are a lot of them. This is one of my favorites because it catches the treble end. Okay, so it's really just a scale going up and then it's harmony. Okay. Now I can use them as double stops. In other words, when we call them a double stop, it's good. We're playing those two notes at the same time. So I could, let's just say I have a melody that goes, well, obviously I could beef it up by adding the harmony there, adding the double stop and playing a harmonized scale. And I can also use tremolo to do that. I could go, so again, it just makes everything a little bit bigger. But not only that, I can also use them as ways of getting up and down the neck. And I could do that with a toggle. We're going to call it toggle anytime you're rocking back and forth between two strings. So in this case I've got 1 and 2, strings 1 and 2. So there I'm playing them separately. I'm not playing them together, harmonized together as a double stop, right? Playing them separately, okay? That is a good way of getting up and down the neck. Let's just say you wanted to end up, there's a note you want to catch up here. The way to get there might be to toggle your way up. You could even play them as double stops if you wanted to, but just remember it's a good way to transition up and down the neck. I could also take a right hand pattern this is 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Okay? Could take that pattern and keep playing it over and over. And this is one of just, a lot of right hand patterns you could play, but the idea is that you play one thing with your right hand and you play the harmonized scale so it sounds more complicated than it is the goal. Because let's just say you know your harmonized scale, you know this one move with your right hand, and if you put them together it kind of sounds like this. I'm just going to sort of randomly grab, instead of just playing it straight up the way I have been. Remember, I can randomly grab scale notes. Here's G, scale notes. Remember, I can randomly grab any of those. Because I know they work, I can randomly grab them. Same thing with our harmonized scale. Could grab these anywhere I want. Alright, that's the idea. So when I play this right hand move here, there I'm just releasing my finger off that first string because I'm getting ready to drone that note. That's going to be the note that I move on, because I'm going to play my double stop and I'm going to use that open string to move to the next one, wherever that may be. And you're going to hear that string keep droning. Right, so you can hear it droning there. So now I'll do what I promised to do, which is to alternate them. Again, it sounds more complicated than it is if you know the right hand move and you just know your harmonized scale. So that's another way you can use them. And what we're going to do is, again, play a GCD progression. These are probably the hardest, the big 4 of the harmonized scales will be the hardest to get under your fingers. And again, I'm just showing you one version of them here. But and you also would need to find the places on the neck where they will match the chords that you want to target. Okay. What we're going to have here is we walk up. We talked earlier on in this DVD about how the chords walk up for the key of G. Well, those chords are going to fall right in the middle of these double stops. So remember back when we said G, take the note of the scale, G, the chord that corresponds to that's G, second note of the scale is A, chord that corresponds to that's A minor, so on and so forth. Well, these chords are going to correspond to the same thing. So I got G double stop here. That's going to be A minor. It'll be part of an A minor. If you look at that, there's A minor. Just have my fingers in a different place there. This will be B minor, C, that'd be D, and it'd be E minor, and then remember that was F sharp diminished triad. If you had 3 notes it'd be a triad, now there's just 2, and then back to G here. So what you want to do is when you start targeting chord tones, you need to find the C, which would be here, right, or whatever you're looking for. If you're looking for an A minor, it would be there, so on and so forth. Okay, just want to find those, and they're going to walk right up and follow those same patterns, all right? Just like that. So now when Brad plays a G-C-D rhythm, I'm going to try to target those notes. And what I'll do is just mix a little bit of everything that we've talked about, maybe a little tremolo, a little bit of just a straight double stop, a little bit of the crazy right hand move, and a little bit of toggle. We'll just play it 2 times through total and do that, okay? All right? A little bit slower. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.